We've just arrived in the Netherlands at Nova Yachting, who are a distributor of Hallberg Rassy, and we have a Hallberg Rassy 50 to deliver from the Netherlands to Cannes Boat Show. It's a pretty stunning boat. If you follow our Halcyon videos, you'll know that we delivered a Hallberg Rassy 50 from the yard in Elos to Dusseldorf Boat Show in the winter with no mast. This one has a rather beautiful mast and we're very excited to sail it. The weather forecasts are looking good and she's a real absolute beauty of a boat. All the checks are done, all the food's on board. It's very busy here. It seems to be the Dutch holidays at the moment.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Well, we're just about to lock out on the final lock. We've done the inland waterways today. Got out the marina, we did a lock and then a couple of swing bridges. Been a beautiful day watching the barges and watching everybody sailing. It's the national holidays in the Netherlands, so lots of sailing boats out. We're very pleased. It's 6:30 in the evening, so we can get out and catch the last of the ebb tide down the river and out into the North Sea, and then heading down towards Roscoff in France for 378 miles away it is, but I'm very pleased. If this lock gate opens and we're out tonight, that'll be fantastic progress.
Keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're sailing on top of the world. Flying. Get on board. We're sailing on top of the world.
This is the first morning out in the channel. We had a long motor last night all through the traffic separation scheme around past Dover and on the French side, Calais, but we've got no wind, so we haven't had an opportunity to use the sails, so we're going to get all the sails out. There's no wind, we've got some coming, so we're going to get all the sails out and have a practice. We're in nice clear water and it's easier out here and ready for the wind. What do you think of the sails, Will?
Huge. Really smart in the black, but they are big. Can't wait for a bit of wind to test them out.
That's very beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like that. We've had absolutely no wind all day. We've got this magnificent sailing machine and we've had no wind all day. We've motored all the way. There's a forecast for wind tonight, an easterly wind which will be great coming behind us. The channel can be such a difficult place to get west on sometimes. Certainly 2 weeks ago we had the storm that rattled through here with 40 knots. We haven't got that. We're making way 8 knots under motor in the direction we want to go. So we shouldn't really complain. Cooking's easy, sleeping's easy, and watching the football on the telly was very easy as well. But we've lost the TV signal now as we're mid-channel. But yeah, all good. Well, the wind's filled in, as it said it would, an easterly wind, 16 true, and it's lovely. Just gone around the Channel Islands and we're heading sort of south-southwest towards Roscoff. We've got all the sails up, all the headsail and a full main on a beam reach, and we're doing nearly 8 knots through the water. The tide's turned now, and we should have 3.2 knots of tide, so we're going to be up around 11 knots. Should get into Roscoff tonight, but it's beautiful now. It's lovely to get this boat sailing. She is absolutely effortless. Really easy to unfurl the sails with all the hydraulics, and very stable and very beautiful on a beam reach. Very nice indeed. I'm just sitting here, a nice breakfast orange juice.
Okay, so yeah, we're just making, well, plan was bangers and mash. Can't find a masher on board, so we're going to have tray baked potatoes. So nice Dutch sausages we got from Holland before we left, and then this is our last evening meal before the next stop. So we're just using up kind of the rest of the veg we have. A couple of carrots, aubergine, no, that's a courgette, a bit of broccoli, and a bit of sweet potato. So a real mix of veg.
Well, that looks good. Well, impressed with it?
Yeah, bit of a use up veg type of meal, but it's turned out well. So.
And Susan, what do the expert think?
It's excellent. Very good. Well done.
We've just left Roscoff after a just over 24-hour stop to let a rather big blow go up through the Bay of Biscay and over to the Scilly Isles and then to West Island. So we've let that go through. Had a nice day in Roscoff. Got some fuel and the provisions to get us across Biscay. We're heading across Biscay the next 2-3 days, 400 miles to A Coruña. We've got 18 knots of true wind. We've got a furled headsail, a furled main, and the boat is sailing to windward beautifully. Sailing into a blue sky, heading for Ushant. Very enjoyable. Don't believe what they say about the Bay of Biscay. It isn't always rough. Right in the middle of Biscay now, a couple of hundred miles in, and we've gone over the continental shelf, 2,000, well, we're in the abyssal plain now, so 4,000 metres of water underneath us. Not a ship to be seen, and just a big rolling swell. The boat's humming along, got overdrive on the propeller, and so 2,200 revs, doing 7.3 knots. We'd love to be sailing, but that's the nature of yacht delivery. Sometimes we're ticking over, saving fuel and making the miles we need to. All very nice. Lots of dolphins visiting, and yeah, lovely.
We've just seen 3 Biscay. So we're just having a look at our guide, making sure that we got the identification right. And whilst we're at it, reading a little bit more about killer whales.
Well, this boat is an absolutely spectacular sailing boat. We have 60 miles to go to A Coruña, and we've got a lovely northeast breeze picked up. We've got 15 knots now, and we're doing 8 knots through the water. Bang on the direction we need to go, and the sailing is absolutely gorgeous. It's an effortless boat, and it's just stunning. Very lucky. Susan's cleaning. Will, what are you doing?
I'm on Orca Watch. We're 50 miles from A Coruña, so Orca Watch.
So we're leaving A Coruña, having got some fuel, some food and some water. And we're on leg 3, which is down to Gibraltar, 630 miles. Probably take us about 4 days.
Good morning to you. This is day 2 of our trip from A Coruña to Gibraltar. The route's been really good. Off inside the traffic scheme of Cape Finisterre, down to just inside the traffic scheme inside Cascais, which we did last night. It's good because it puts you outside all the pots, which are in 2,000 metres of water. It's too deep for pots. Puts you outside the fishing boats, they're more coastal, and just inside the tankers and the cargo vessels going up the coast, so it really had nothing to dodge. Very clear waters, and it's good, and no orcas, which is even better. We've got 20 knots piped up on the starboard quarter, and we're heading down to Cape St. Vincent. We've got the head sail out, and it's drawing really well. Right, very nice sailing, and the sun's shining, yay! So we've arrived in Gibraltar. We arrived late last night. We're actually in La Linea, which is just the Spanish side, the other side of the airport. Gibraltar didn't have any space, but we're in La Linea. We arrived last night, so had a nice cooked breakfast this morning. Just going through the Vittlin list and list of jobs to do. We need to fill up with water, we need to fill up with fuel before we leave. We're going to have a bit of a day's rest here. There was another Halcyon yacht delivery here when we arrived, and we've just said goodbye to them. They're taking a catamaran up to the Southampton boat show. They were in good spirits. So we're going to move the boat round into the berth. We're just on the waiting pontoon here, and then do a few things and have a bit of a rest. But it's going well, and the more we sail the boat, the more we fall in love with it. It's absolutely stunning. Had a great sail yesterday with Code Zero. Good fun. Another 900 miles to go, but we're looking forward to it, into the Med. It's going to be hot. Hopefully we get some wind. Be nice. Well, we left Gibraltar this morning, had a good sail for a few hours, but the wind's dropped now and it's flat calm out there and very hot. We're just motoring along, got the boat in overdrive and we're ticking along at 8 knots. We had a hell of a current today, 3.4 knots of current flowing into the Med with us, which was great, shooting us along at nearly 10 knots. And we're just making a bit of dinner now and watching a few dolphins and cruising along in the right direction. Very nice. There's a search and rescue operation on at the moment, and we've just sitting here eating dinner and we've spotted a life ring. I think it's a life ring, so we're going to go and pick it up. See if it's of importance.
What do you think of our search and rescue mission?
Oh yeah, well the casualty's missing. They probably go for an ice cream.
We have a strawberry rubber ring covered in seagull droppings. Potentially been out here for days.
So you can see on our watch system that every day there's an apportioned duty. So when you come off watch at 12, you do the lunch. 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock, you clean. And when you do the 1500 to 1800 watch, you do the dinner when you come off watch. So it's Monday, it's me, Mark, to do the dinner. Very fortunate to be on the Hallberg Rassy 50 a couple of times now, to the Dusseldorf boat show and the Cannes boat show. There's so much I like about them. They're absolutely stunning boats. One of the things I really like is the range and the capability of the boat and the self-sufficiency. If you just take the diesel, we've got 1,000 litres of diesel. We've got a main tank of 550 litres, starboard tank of 200, and a port tank of 250. This boat's got a Yanmar 110 horsepower engine, does about 7 litres an hour. The prop's got an overdrive on it, which produces a speed of about 7 knots, so you've got a capability and a range of 1,000 miles, which is very good. So the fuel's fantastic. The other thing you've got is the water. You've got 2 big water tanks on here, a main tank of 570 litres and a secondary tank, a starboard tank of 370, so you can carry 950 litres of water. But the boat's also got a water maker with it that makes 235 litres an hour. The system is absolutely brilliant. Set up, it's self-cleaning, it literally is a flick of a switch. The toilets are all freshwater flushing, so it's really nice and clean and you get rid of the odours. That's really nice. And then you've got the power system. You've got 9 master volt lithium ion 220 amp hour batteries which run all the systems. You've got a 24 volt system. You've got an induction oven, which is really good, and you've got a 300 amp hour charging system through a generator. We've got through the engines and the 15 kilowatt Panda generator. And the other thing you've got is solar power, which are working really well in the Mediterranean. The batteries seem to be permanently topped up, even though we use a lot of power. You've got all those resources at your hand. You've got the fuel for your range. you've got the water you can make, so it reduces the number of stops, you've got longer passages you can do, and you really are self-sufficient when you pull up into a marina. You don't really need to plug the electric in. It's very, very good, absolutely excellent. The other thing you've got is the fridges. You've got 4 fridges on board. 2 of them you can convert to freezers, so you're also self-sufficient with food. You've got enough freezer capacity, enough fridge capacity. So it really is fantastic. And the fuel, incredible, 1,000-mile range. It's an absolutely boiling day today in the Med. Light winds. So what are you going to do? Jump in the water. It's 2,000 meters deep. It's absolutely warm and toasty. Just a 10-minute stop. Check the rudders. Found a bit of fishing line on the rudders, but yeah, it's beautiful. Really nice, refreshing. Got a bit of a storm cell, lots of thunder, lots of lightning. The hatches are closed now, the sails shortened, and the spray hood's up. Let's see what we get. Rather exciting to watch, but let's just hope it stays away from us. Well, good morning from just outside Barcelona. We've got about 4 miles to go to the entrance. We've been using the air conditioning because it's been really hot, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, put the air conditioning on and shut the hatches up. It's very comfortable down below, run the generator. Get very used to all this luxury. I'd like it on all our deliveries. The sun's rising and we're excited to get into Barcelona. A quick stop there. I do like this boat, very comfortable, very beautiful to live on. But we're very excited to get into Barcelona. There you go, happy to be in Barcelona?
Very happy.
Celebratory breakfast.
Absolutely, we deserve it.
Well, we left Barcelona, and you can see behind me from the sea state that we have wind. Beautiful, beautiful. 18 knots of broad reach on the starboard quarter here, so we're doing a broad reach, just hit 9.2 knots of boat speed. Very, very beautiful indeed. Got a full main and a code 0. Lovely. Across the Gulf of Leon, 150 miles, then we're just closing on the French coast. There's a couple of lovely little islands to go through. We've got 33 miles to do. We've got here just as the sun's rising. Should be in by lunchtime. Enjoying some sunshine and a lovely view of France now. Well, that's it, we finished. We're in Port Grimaud, on the south of France, near Saint-Tropez. The Hallberg Rassy dealer is here, and we've got a week before the Cannes boat show, so we got the boat here early so they can give it a final bit of TLC before it goes to the show. We had a fantastic trip, great sailing conditions, so we got this rig fully working. It's absolutely beautiful. We've packed our bags, given the boat a thorough clean and handed over, and another yacht delivery done. I'd like to sell one of these again. Brilliant boat, and I hope they have a good show.